Hi everyone, it's the LEGO Harry Potter guy here, and welcome to a tour on my first custom LEGO Hogwarts Harry Potter castle set. This is my custom Hogwarts. It includes new builds, such as the entrance hall. I've also kept some classic ones in there from the newest Harry Potter Hogwarts castle set, such as the Great Hall, which I found very good. So today I'm just going to show you around it very briefly. It's got some nice features in it, and I hope you enjoy. Okay, so here is the bridge which actually leads into the Hogwarts castle. It's not attached to anything or anything like that. And on the bridge, Harry, Ron and Hermione are there. This bridge actually comes from the Hogwarts extension set, so I didn't edit that much. But on the actual set, there were two towers just adjacent to either side, and it didn't have much of a sort of feel as though you're welcoming into Hogwarts. So what I did is actually built this entrance hall, which I'm going to take out and show you, with Hagrid on it. So this entrance hall which I built, it contains the same doors from the Diagon Alley Gringotts, and basically it gives sort of a nice opening to the castle. If you turn around at the back, it's quite spacious, quite a lot of detail. You just get a little knight here and a little key, and you've got some flames up here and the flags. But I think this building, it definitely has a nice feel to it, as it's quite an open space, and I like it architecturally as well. It's built on a nice big rock to give it that sort of Hogwarts feel to it. Over here we have the Great Hall. This Great Hall is practically exactly the same as when it came from the, I think it's 4842 Hogwarts Castle set. I have edited it a bit. I've added in a lot more detail. So basically, yeah, I've added in some more chairs and a little bit more food and cups and stuff like that. And also I've got a Hufflepuff banner down here because I thought it was a bit racist because they only had the Slytherin and the Gryffindor banners. Unfortunately, I still haven't been able to find a blue one for the Ravenclaw banner, which I hope to put there. But I haven't ordered any bricks online yet, so that's basically what I'm going to do from there. You get a nice window down the side there and a door, but I'm sure most of you will know that because it's not been edited much. Over here is McGonagall helping out a student with a broomstick, Flitwick, Argus Filch. And this building here is actually just a little nice tower. I think it's full of classrooms or something. But I made this little bridge up just to give, as I said again, the feel that Hogwarts is really on a rock, as opposed to just completely flat. I think this is it's the classroom building. Down here, that's the Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom in there, which is Lupin's office. And then up here is the Divination room. These sets are also quite similar to the Hogwarts extension. I just added them in a lot more detail. And down here is a little lake, as you can see, with the rocks behind it as well. So that one is a lot smaller. I actually used some of the pieces to build the Gryffindor Tower, just because I thought the Gryffindor Tower wasn't all that big. This one is the Owlery Tower. I very much like this one architecturally, and again it's got a rock stand on it. If we just take this off, you'll be able to see. Okay, so down here you have the Slytherin common room. I didn't edit this one much from the real set. I'll get onto the edited ones in a second. And then up here you've got a nice little balcony. I think this is the balcony where Professor Dumbledore gets killed in the end. And then up here, as I said earlier, you've got the Owlery with the three different types of owls which you can get in the Harry Potter sets. So basically, yeah, it's a lovely tower, I think, just because these two bits go very well contrasting each other. So very nice exterior on that one as well. Okay, so now, yes, the Gryffindor Tower. Now, the Gryffindor Tower is this massive 5-story tower which I built just because I felt that the Gryffindor Tower wasn't very big. And also the Slytherin common room, which you saw in the last building just over there. The Gryffindor common room was in the same tower as the Slytherin one, and I was like, oh, why is the Slytherin common room in the Gryffindor Tower? So I made it a lot more just sort of Gryffindor stuff here. So down here I put a little staircase, just because I felt that the original Lego set didn't have very many staircases in it. Just because, I don't know, it didn't. It just had one in Dumbledore's office and that was it. And here I've got a little picture here of a wizard, you know, how the paintings. And the good thing about it is the staircase changes like this, just as it does in the real sets. And from here you've got the knight, which guards the which guards the Gryffindor Tower. Usually it would be the Fat Lady, but I haven't managed to get that yet. So this is Sir Canagan, which actually guards the tower when the Fat Lady is scared of Sirius Black. And then up here you've got the Gryffindor Common Room. I didn't edit this one much from the original. It is very nice. Although for some of my stop motion films I make a better Gryffindor Common Room, but that's not very good architecturally, it's more of a studio. And then up here I put the dormitories. Again, the dormitories were in a completely different tower, and I was like, why is a Gryffindor Common Room in a completely different tower to the dormitories? So as you can see, I just put them together. I might add in a staircase there if I've got room. And then up in the attic you've got the Mirror of Erised, and you've got this nice little feature which you usually see in all the films when the owls fly over Hogwarts, which is basically just a nice little extension to the tower. And you probably know when the dragon falls down this bit of a tower in the Goblet of Fire film. So that's that one. This one is the Room of Requirement building. I didn't actually have much to build this one with. It was the last one I did, so I hardly had any Lego. But the exterior is pretty cool. This is actually from the Prisoner of Azkaban set, where it's like it's like a closet where Harry finds the boggart. But in this way, it's the special door, which can actually flip round like this to make the Room of Requirement, so people can go in it. Also, this is just a little wall, a little window up here, and up here I put a little balcony just over here, and a nice little tower to finish it off. And on the back, obviously, you've got all the stuff from the Room of Requirements, the main feature being the Vanishing Cabinet. You've got some flames, just to give it a nice warm feel. You've got some other stuff down the back, and you actually got a bed for anybody who wants to skive up lessons. Some nice little potions over here. And then up here, again, just a skull in the balcony, and a little owl. This is one of the older Hedwigs, I think. Yes, it's one of the older Hedwigs. It doesn't have quite so much detail on it as the new ones do. It's just one different colour. And there's Peter Pettigrew is also on the balcony just over there. Okay, so that was that one for you. As I said, quite a hard one to build because I hardly had any pieces left to do it. But I think it turned out okay considering. Okay then. Oops, dear. Oh, 1 second. So the next one is Dumbledore's office. This again is quite original, but I've actually changed some of the exterior on this one. You can see I've made a load of rocks up here. That's again to give the castle real leverage, and I think it really makes the tower a lot bigger in itself. Let's just turn it around. This is another one that I really like because I've got a staircase. You've got a chest down there, and this is part of the trophy room. A nice little feature of James Potter. And I like this one also because it gives the two different paintings, which really actually gives the Hogwarts feel. And I put a third one just up there. And up here, I added a lot more detail into it. I put a lot more potions on these cabinets, and a lot more potions on there, just to give it a more sort of uneven feel. And I also put some more stuff in the attic and on the balconies, just to add to addition to the sorting hat and the sword, the Gryffindor sword as well. And that's obviously Dumbledore's desk down there with the Daily Prophet on it, and a magnifying glass so you can see it properly. Okay, which one next? I think it's the library. This one is the library tower, and also part of the astronomy tower as well. I had to mix it into one because, as I said, I haven't bought any more bricks yet, so I'm kind of running low. But in this one, I've put a, down here, I actually put the library onto 2 floors. This is like a little room for doing homework. You've got some desks in it. I think originally the Vanishing Cabinet went here, but it wasn't a great Room of Requirement because it was just a massive Vanishing Cabinet and nothing else was there. So you've got some chairs, you've got some little quills so people can write to their family. And then up here, this is where the books are kept. Again, there were only 3 books in the actual library before. So here I've now got 6 books, which I can use for different things. And then up here you've got the astronomy tower. I put Professor Snape on the astronomy tower. And again, I put it in some more detail. I've put some of the charts. And obviously, if it was a classroom class, they would need more than 1 telescope. So I added another telescope onto there. And then the last building really is my sort of anonymous building. It just gives a whole extra to the castle. This is where Malfoy and his friends Goyle let the Death Eaters in, including Lucius Malfoy, which is there. So this building is basically, it's more of just a corridor, really. There's not much, but you got a door down here, and this is the little room where Sirius is locked in the prison before Harry and Hermione go to rescue him. And then the interior, as I said, there's not much in there. There's another desk with potions on, and there's a little fire. I might turn this into sort of a bigger Gryffindor common room, possibly, or maybe even the Hufflepuff common room, or maybe even a bigger Slytherin common room. I don't know. And then over here you've got some nice axes, and you've got a knight. So you know, this knight could be sort of a dungeon or something in the future. Okay, so that was that one. That's one of my buildings, and then the other ones here. This stuff isn't really edited much. The greenhouse is from, I think it's the third castle which Lego did. So in here you've got some plants and you've got a board. There's not really much in here. These are meant to be the mandrakes which scream. I think there's little heads on them. Yeah, that's the mandrakes. So it's quite a detailed greenhouse. I particularly like the exterior of it. It really gives the castle a good feel. And there's obviously Neville with Professor Sprout. And here's the Quidditch pitch. This is again, it's basically just the same set. Malfoy and Harry, Harry obviously being the Seeker, and Wood is the Keeper. And then there's a, I think it's a Beater with one of the bludgers there, Marcus Flint. And that's Madam Hooch instructing them. And then at the back you've got Aragog, and you've got the Hagrid's hut. I can't really show you around Hagrid's hut at the minute, but I might do that in another video. That's basically Hagrid's hut. I will show you it in another video, but the exterior is very nice. You've got the pumpkins on there, and you've got the toadstools around the other side. So it really looks quite big from one side, and it's a good way because you can close it up like this, and you know, it makes an all-round thing, and then you can just open it back up the other side like that. But I prefer it open just because it makes it look a lot bigger. And here I sort of put a Forbidden Forest around here, and there's Voldemort behind the trees there. Okay, so that was basically my Hogwarts castle. I am going to order some more bricks soon, because I don't really have much bricks to make more custom ones like this and these ones. So I am going to do that soon. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and please subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye everyone.